First Corinthians 12, 8 to 11. For one person is given through the Spirit the message of wisdom, and another the message of knowledge, according to the same Spirit, to another faith by the same Spirit, to another gifts of healing by the one Spirit, to another performance of miracles, to another prophecy, and to another discernment of spirits, to another different kinds of tongues, and to another the interpretation of tongues. It is one and the same Spirit distributing as it decides to each person who produces all those things. One of the things I want you to notice is the plurals that I use there. Again, this is part of my series going through this list of gifts of the Spirit, and we're now in verse 10. So we can see some plurals there. You see, faith doesn't have a plural, the message of wisdom doesn't have a plural, message of knowledge doesn't have a plural, but you have gifts of healing, you have plural, discernment of spirits, you have plural, performance of miracles, you have plural, different kinds of tongues, another the interpretation of tongues. So we have a lot of plurals here, and last time we talked about gifts of healing. Now, what that tells me, because this is the Holy Spirit willing it, right, not individual, it produces all those things. Verse 11, it's one and the same Spirit distributing as He decides. What that means is that we are all subjected. We are not the initiators. We are subjects in the scheme of things. And so in my mind, when you talk about the gifts of healing, what that tells me is that there can be an healing that is brought in this particular context that is just one gift for one healing in that context for that day, even though there might be other needs there. But the Holy Spirit has decided that in that scenario, I am making available one gift for that address one issue for one person. So there is no willfulness being expressed there. There is no agenda. There is no vision of clearing out the hospital beds. There's no vision like that. We're not being told to allow our imaginations to run wide and to say and to start to prophesy that there's a time coming that somebody's going to go to an hospital and clear everybody there and there will not be sick person. Even Jesus Christ, who has the fullness of the Holy Spirit, did not clear everywhere like that. It came to him, right? But you didn't just go thinking I can just will it. Everybody, yeah, nobody is sick again in the whole world. That's not a gift anymore. It's something else. Somebody else say, oh, the Holy Spirit is going to be so mighty and so. The Holy Spirit is mighty in Jesus Christ, and Jesus Christ said, the works that I have done, and even greater ones you will do also. In that scenario, it's saying you will do what I've done and greater ones is not in degrees, is in kind. So I've done some miracles, you will do them, but you will also do some other things that I have not done. I erase the dead. We see the reason of the dead in the life of Peter, right? What we did not see with Jesus is him preaching and thousands of people being saved, because it could not have happened. By the way, I said it's good for me to go. Now, for the Holy Spirit, it marked a shift in how things will operate, right? So I'm mentioning gifts of healing to say that this is determined by God. And in a scenario, look at Jesus Christ going to pull up Bethesda and not just clearing the whole place, but there was a gift specifically, a gift of healing for one person at that time. So it's not responding to needs here. It's not a need driven operation. Oh, there's so much need. No, God is not man. So that is that in my estimation. Remember, all the stories I'm telling you, this is my estimation, this is my best judgment when it comes to how these gifts are supposed to be viewed, because Paul didn't give us any definition, but we are going at it based on our own best judgment. Specifically me now. God bless you. See you later.